I'm now being joined on the program by the leader of the APC Youth and the convener of the First Progressives Youth Conference, Ismail Ahmed. He joins us from the venue of that event. Thank you so much, Ismail, for joining us tonight. And let's begin the conversation. I know how difficult it is to get out of that event, as I understand that it's still going on right now. But one of the things that, listening to some of the speakers there, is that youth of your party are asking for a mainstream positioning in your party ahead of 2023. But realistically speaking, from what you heard today, because Mr. Festus Keyamo was one of those who said, look, the youth need to position themselves, while other people disagree that they need to take part. Well, you do not wait to be given power. They say you have to take it yourself. Do you think that your party is ready to give a youth a chance in 2023 as a president?
Thank you very much for having me, Sheun. Thank you so much for, and thanks to Channels TV for covering most of what happened today. And I know you would agree with me that it's historic in so many ways, not because it's just a conference of bringing young people together, but it's actually a conference built on an idea. There's a reason why we don't call it APC Youth Conference. There's a reason why we called it the Progressives Youth Conference, because even people who are not yet members of the party, but who are progressive in thinking and attitude, we're looking forward for them to be part of this movement, because the progressive is a movement. The president made wonderful speech through the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. The vice president during the afternoon session, fantastic speech. All our speakers, all our ministers that were there, if you could see the breakdown of what Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola did. The Minister of Finance just finished speaking. The Senate President is speaking as we speak. These are all people, and there are a lot of young people who are holding government positions who have come to talk about the progressive idea of moving from point A to point B. And the issue is not about whether the party would give us a chance. The party has already done that. It is up to us to decide whether we want to take it out, because we have certain asks that we put out there. For example, there's nothing wrong with the party saying that it is putting aside all the seats of local government ward councillors to young people who are below the age of 35. Why not? That's 8,812 slots already. If you talk about all the local government council chairmen to be, kept aside for people who are below the age of 40 or 45, that's another 774 slots. So there's no political party in this country that has made such a big political statement like the APC or the progressive movement is trying to do. And that is very important. That is on the part of the political participation and political empowerment. We move on to economy that it is doing right now in terms of empowering people economically. But we wanted that horizon to be expanded. That was why we invited specifically the Minister of Finance, who has been doing incredibly well, the Minister of Trade, the Minister of Works and Housing, the Vice President, the Minister of Interior, the Minister of Transport in the morning, just so that we can all have these ideas of how to empower young people politically, how to empower them economically, and how to empower them socially. And we have Governor Erfai talk about, the politics of exclusion. So it was a wholesome conference that talked about the possibilities of the progressive movement, what we intend to achieve going forward, what the ideology and the ethos and the values.
We seem to have lost connection with Ismail. The apologies there. But as we try to reconnect with him, let's take you through some of your political roundup stories.
The Judo Keke faction of the All Progressive Grand Alliance is insisting that it's on course to field a candidate for the Anambra State governorship election as against the Victor Oye faction recognized by INEC. The National Publicity Secretary of the Okeke faction, Mr. Ikechukwu Chukwunyere, explains that the faction has submitted all the relevant documents to ensure the emergence of a candidate for the November 6th election. He adds that the faction is set to hold the governorship primaries on July the 1st, 2021.
The National Executive Committee of our party has demonstrated this commitment by resolving that there will be only one governorship primary election in Anambra State, and it has been scheduled to take place on the first day of July 2021.
What happened yesterday, to me, I'm not moved 1 inch, because they didn't have any constitutionality, no legality, no legitimacy.
More crisis rages. This time, it's in the leadership of the Labour Party, which could affect the participation of the party in the November 6th Anambra State governorship election. A faction of the party, led by Mrs. Maria Lebeke, is asking governorship aspirants who want to contest on the platform of the Labour Party to desist from obtaining the party's nomination and expression of interest forms until the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress resolve the party's leadership crisis with INEC.
Nomination forms of Labour Party in Anambra State are not for sale until Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and Trade Union Congress, TUC, who are the owners of Labour Party, conclude discussions with Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
Well done. Thank you.
And following the relative peace enjoyed in Imo State in the last few weeks, signaling a seeming end to the security challenges experienced in the state in recent times, some stakeholders under the aegis of Imo Economic Development Initiative is appealing to residents and indigents to support the state government and security agencies in their efforts to sustain peace and stability in the state.
We now need to start to look at how we create more jobs, economic empowerment for young people, so they too can have their lives and they can be less vulnerable.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kaira Mata, the chairman of this occasion.
The former Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Kingsley Moghalu, and the Senator representing Abia North, Eyinaya Abaribe, have both called for an equitable, just and fair Nigeria where everyone is allowed equal rights and opportunity to thrive or seek for any elected position in Nigeria. Both men were speaking during an inauguration of a social-cultural Igbo group aimed at galvanizing the Igbo extraction to pursue issues of regional interest.
The Igbo must continue to resist any hegemonic worldviews in Nigerian politics and assert their own political relevance.
And no amount of threat will cow us as Igbo from consistently demanding for an equitable, a fair, and a just society for all Nigerians.